Okay, guys, we are revisiting our writing that we started yesterday. Okay, so you should have your writing in front of you, and if you want to do each step with me and press pause as you go through, you may. Or if you want to watch this whole video all the way through and then go back and look at your writing, you may also do that. Okay, so this is my writing that I made yesterday. Okay, this is my story about feeding the goats. So I started out like this. Every day when I get home from school, I feed my goats. I go to the garage and get food for my goats. Then I take the food to the goats. Uh-oh. I think I forgot a page. Oh, good thing we're going back over this because I totally forgot a page. Okay, well, I'm going to read my last page and then we'll figure out what goes there. My last page says, I watch the goats eat. Oh, you know what? I left out the part in my story where I pour the food into the feed trough. Because remember, I went through all my stories. So my first one was every day when I get home, I feed my goats. And then my second finger was I go to the garage and get food for my goats. And then my third finger was then I take the food to the goats. But I totally left out the part where I pour the food into the feed trough. So I better do a quick sketch. So here's going to be my feed trough. Oh yeah, and then I needed my fence in front of it. I lean over the fence when I'm doing this. Oh, and then I'll have to make my goats. Oh, they're awful for this part. They all have their heads up. And their mouths are like open. Make that mouth open. There's your eyes. Yeah, I have to have eyeballs, right? And then here's going to be me with my bucket. So let's see, I turn my bucket sideways. And there's the open part of the bucket. And this is the food. Pouring into the buckets. Oh, and then I gotta make me. And there's my arms and my hands. Okay. There's my quick sketch of me feeding the goats, and I need to write the words now. I pour the food in the feed trough. Okay? All right, now let me go back and make sure my story actually makes sense, because one of the things I want to do when I'm revising or revisiting my story is I need to make sure my story makes sense. Okay? So every day when I get home from school, I feed my goats. I go to the garage and get food for my goats. Then I take the food to the goats. I pour the food in the feed trough. I watch the goats eat. Okay, so far so good, right? I fixed that page I forgot to put in there. And now I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna look at my pages. And I'm gonna think about if I want to add anything to the picture, or if I want to add anything to the words, or if I need to change something. Okay? Every day when I get home from school, I feed my goats. I think I like my words. You know, I was thinking I might add a little bit more to my picture here. I might add a little bit more to my bushes. Oh, I could make a few more details on the car. There's those lights on the front. Just going going back and adding some details. My shoes don't really look like shoes either. I bet I could make my shoes look a little more like shoes. Oh, I could give them laces. Oh yeah, now we're getting there. I'm adding a little bit more details to my picture. Yeah. Okay, the next one is, okay, I go to the garage and get food for my goats. Oh, I added labels to my picture yesterday. Remember that, so everybody would know what it was. And I'm actually pretty happy with my picture. I might actually color in this feed bag here. Oh, I think that looks nice. Adding that to the details in the picture makes it look a little nicer. And then I thought, you know, I kind of wanted to say something else about the food, because when I'm pouring the food, it smells like maple syrup. And so I can go right here and I can add that to my words, because I already have, I go to the garage and get food for my goats. And I wanted to add, the food smells like maple syrup. Yeah, so not only can I add to the picture, but I can also add to the words. Okay, let's look at the next page. Oops, that was the other page. Then I take the food to the goats. Oh, and this goat's saying meh, and this goat's saying meh. Oh, this one is for sure saying meh too. Maybe the biggest meh of all. Those are fun to put in, those little speech bubbles, so you can see what the characters are saying. Meh. Oh yeah, I need an underline on that too. Meh. See if we want to add anything here. I pour the food in the feed trough. You know what? I made this picture kind of quick, and I feel like I could make it look a little bit better if I spend a little bit more time on it. So maybe I'm going to take that time right now. Color in that ear. Oh, I'm going to color in that ear too. And then on the bucket, I forgot to put the handle on it. And then on me, oh my goodness, I don't even have eyes or eyebrows. And then I'm smiling. Oh, and where's my nose? There's my nose. There's my ear. My earrings. I color in my hair a little bit more. Make my shirt look a little bit better. Oh yeah, we're getting there. Oh, I have no neck. I need a neck. And no shoes. I don't even have shoes on. There we go. Okay. I'm making all these revisions as I look at my pages. Okay, all right, on my last page, I watch the goats eat. Oh, I forgot eyebrows. I need eyebrows. And I didn't kind of do the eyeball part around my eye. Oh, now we're talking. Okay, and sometimes my cheeks are kind of rosy, so I'm going to shade in a little bit right there. Okay. I watch the goats eat. You know what? It makes me so happy to watch the goats eat. Oh, I should write that. Huh. It makes me so happy to watch the goats eat. Ooh, let's read the story all the way through now that I fixed it up. And look at my pictures now that they're awesome. Every day when I get home from school, I feed my goats. I go to the garage and get food for my goats. The food smells like maple syrup. Then I take the food to the goats. Meh, meh, meh. I pour the food in the feed trough. I watch the goats eat. It makes me so happy to watch the goats eat. Wow, boys and girls. I thought I had a pretty good story before, but now that I went back and I revised my story, I revisited it and I fixed it up, I think it's an even better story. That's what you're going to do today. Please get your story from yesterday or if you have to, rewrite a new one. And I want you to, when you think you're done, go back to the beginning and look at your pictures and look at your words, revisiting your story and revising as you go. Ready? Off you go. Time for you to revise your story.